And welcome to another new episode of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. I am Zach Grantham, and of course, a big shout out to our sponsor, which you're seeing their logos behind us, the 1,000 of the Point Restaurant logos. Of course, they're out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. And last week, you may have seen the episode that we had with this guy, Eric Bryant, with Classic Chevrolet Cadillac in Denison, talking about his beautiful dealership right off of Highway 75 in Grayson County. But this week, Eric, we wanted to talk about the Texoma Back the Badge Foundation. And, you know, Eric, we mentioned about the fact that you and I have been friends, and we've had a partnership in radio for a long, long time here in Texoma. And one of the initiatives that you and I just kind of fell in both of our laps was the Texoma Back the Badge Foundation. So we have our 10th golf tournament, which is crazy to think that it's 10 years now for the Wheeler and Cassiano's Back the Badge Memorial Golf Tournament. And this year it's going to be on Friday, May 15th at Tanglewood Golf Course in Pottsboro. But, you know, Eric, you alluded to last episode talking about that you think the reason why you love law enforcement so much is because when you were a kid, you were actually thinking you were going to be a police officer.
That's absolutely true. In fact, I spent a lot of my free time growing up studying criminology and psychology, grabbed every book I could find on it, studied self-defense training. I mean, I literally, legitimately planned my entire life for that to be my career.
So you could be the chief of Cartwright right now, if you think about it.
That's true.
I don't even know if Cartwright has a police department, but we just made one up. But so basically, I made a throwaway comment on my radio show several years ago about wanting to do something for law enforcement. A buddy of mine that was working with the Grayson County Sheriff's Office, Ricky Wheeler, he had the same thing. He was just like, yeah, you know, we want to show that we appreciate law enforcement here in Texoma. And he was with the sheriff's office for a long, long time. And so we kept throwing things out there. Gala, do this, car wash, or not really a car wash, but it would be funny to see us out there washing cars. But so we were trying to figure something out. And then one day somebody gave a $25,000 donation to the sheriff's office for, you know, more equipment. And so I said on the radio show, I said, you know, it'd be cool to do something like in a grander scale. Well, somebody with the Denison golf course called me and they said, well, we should do a golf tournament. And I was like, you know, everybody does a golf tournament. You know, I don't know about that. And they're like, yeah, that'd be great. We'll handle all the golf stuff. And and we're like, okay, well, whatever. So we went to go, the radio station and we went to go talk to them. And as we were driving up, when you were at the import location north of Denison, we saw a huge sign out front that said Back the Badge. Or Back the Blue is what you had. Back the Blue is what you had up there. And I turned over to our sales manager at the time and I said, that's a sign. We need to go, literally a sign. We need to go talk to them because we already did a lot of stuff with you guys and loved you guys. And so we went to talk to the golf course and immediately left and went and talked to you and Phil Jones, and y'all were like, yeah, we would love to do something like that. So that's kind of how it came about. And then you and Phil kind of put it together, actually put the foundation together that we have today.
Well, you know, I agree. It was certainly meant to be. I believe everything in his plan. You know, we had purchased that digital sign that we had up that had the Back the Blue on there because it was at a time where, unfortunately, in some media outlets, they were not speaking and showing the level of love, respect, and support that our friends, all the men and women in law enforcement deserve. And I don't think they were fairly representing the communities throughout the nation, much less Texoma land. Certainly here in Texoma land, I feel the best people on earth are drawn here. And I know that in Texoma land, we all loved and supported and will continue to all our friends in law enforcement. So that's why we had the sign up so that as the tens of thousands of people drive by the dealership every day, hopefully when law enforcement sees it, they know that somebody has their six, that somebody loves and supports them. And I don't think they can hear it enough. Yeah. So when you walked in the door with that concept, I couldn't jump at it fast enough. Yeah. And of course, Phil's the brains behind the operation. So he was the appropriate one to get all the paperwork and all that kind of stuff structured and stuff. Yeah. No, it's been an amazing ride.
It has been. And coming up, we're going to talk about what we got going on this year, kind of talk more about the golf tournament itself, and we'll talk about Eric's horrible golf swing coming up here in just a moment. But right now, a word from our sponsor. And welcome back to the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. And I got Eric Bryant here, the owner and operator of Classic Chevrolet Cadillac in Denison. So, Eric is actually the vice president of the Texoma Back the Badge Foundation, and I'm lucky to have him a part of the foundation board. We got Phil's on there, Laura Wheeler. We got a whole bunch of chief of police for the Texoma area that are on the board with us. Because let's be honest, I mean, I'm in church ministry and radio. You do car stuff. We don't know a whole bunch about law enforcement. They do.
Absolutely.
So if we ever have a question with anything there, we go to Chief Gudgel, Chief Petty, or Chief Jeff Coat, and also Sheriff Tony Benny of Grayson County as well. But we got a golf tournament coming up. It's going to be here before we know it. Classic Chevrolet Cadillac is always our title sponsor for the Wheeler and Castellanos Back the Badge Memorial Golf Tournament. One thing I wanted to, I forgot to mention last time around is when we were putting the whole golf tournament together, Ricky Wheeler got sick. And when we told him we were going to play golf, he was like, I don't know if I'm physically going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try. And Ricky was out there for our first ever golf tournament. And so was Vinny Castellanos with the Sherman Police Department. He was sick at the time too. And shortly after the golf tournament, they both passed away due to their illnesses. And so we decided to name the golf tournament after those two folks. And so we keep their memory going with this golf tournament, Ricky Wheeler and Vinny Castellano, or Vinny Ranger, as a lot of people know him as. So we're going to be out there at Tanglewood. This is our second year at Tanglewood. I don't know about you, but I enjoyed the golf course last year.
No, I had a great time.
I had a lot of fun driving your golf cart around is what I did.
Well, somebody had to, because I certainly I didn't play well. I had a lot of fun. I'm there more for moral support.
Yes. Yeah.
Comic relief, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Eric plays in the tournament. I don't play. I just drive his Classic Texoma golf cart around the entire time. But we're looking forward to a great year. The 10th year. Yeah. It's hard to believe that we're at year number 10, but we're going to be at Tanglewood on Friday, May 15th, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Last year, $77,000 was raised for law enforcement here in Texoma. And you're probably going, what do y'all do with those funds? Well, basically what we want to do is we want to be able to help out local law enforcement if there is an emergency for them and their family. Because they're always, Eric, we've talked about it before, they're always running to us.
Absolutely.
So we want to be able to run to them. And I know that's a big thing for you, is like they're always taking care of us. So we want to be able to help them out.
It's a cause that's very near and dear to my heart. I couldn't be more honored to be a part of the organization, and just like you said, to show how much love the Texoma community has for the men and women that serve this community. We want them to know we got your six. Mm-hmm. If there's ever a time you're in need, whether it be injury, illness, whatever the case might be, the foundation is there to support you.
Yeah, and we're very particular with handing out the money too. It's going directly to the officers and their families. So just to kind of give you an idea, there is a $10,000 check that's written to a family of a officer that's killed in the line of duty here in Texoma. And unfortunately, we've had to write that check 4 or 5 times in the existence of the Texoma Back the Badge Foundation. But babies that have been in the NICU, houses that have burned down, people that have been in car accidents, things like that, we immediately are notified about it, and we get the money to help out these families.
As quick as we possibly can.
Yeah, as quick as we can. So, and it's all because of you playing in the tournament and all of the sponsors regarding the Texoma Back the Badge Foundation. But we're looking forward to it. Friday, May 15th. And 10 years, Eric. Who would have thought it when we got this foundation going? The first one was 2016. And we helped out the local police associations. But now we got the foundation in place.
Yeah, we got the foundation in place. It has grown tremendously from, I think, 30,000 that first year.
Yeah. And I predicted 6,000 that first year, and y'all made fun of me.
That's true.
And it went way above that.
And we've raised over 100,000 in 1 year before. We've had a really, again, it just goes back to what an amazing community we have here in Texoma land. It's because of their support that we're able to do this for law enforcement, and then hopefully grow it even further in the future.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Chief Mike Gudgel, which we know really well with the Denison Police Department. And I know that when they have a officer that is struggling with something like a medical issue or something that a crisis has, ended up happening in that officer's life, they're like, well, we can't just give them money out of our general budget. We do what we can with the police association. So knowing that there's a foundation in place here to be able to help them out, I know that they appreciate that so much, because he's told me that they appreciate it. But yeah, so we're excited. Friday, May 15th. Of course, if you'd like to sponsor the thing, you can get a hold of me. I'm very easy to get a hold of. I think I'm everywhere on social media, but my email address is Zach, ZAC, at klbcfm.com, and we can get you hooked up. And mainly kind of like what you do with your dealership, you just, hey, Phil, handle it. I'll forward the email over to Phil. Yeah. So I know what you're talking about when it comes to that. Phil's
it's all about process.
Exactly. Yes, for sure. All right, Eric. Well, thank you so much for being on this episode. 2 weeks in a row now.
2 weeks in a row.
We may have to do a third one.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wait a couple of months and then we'll bring you back on. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Buzz Around Texoma video podcast. A huge thank you to the Point Restaurant out there at Grandpappy Point Resort and Marina on Lake Texoma. And don't forget, hit that bell on YouTube, okay? Subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with your family and friends. And if you see it on our Facebook page, share it there as well. And we will see you next Tuesday for the Buzz Around Texoma.